Hi, this is H of the Stage. I'm a vocal coach and a musician, and thanks for stopping by. Today, for the first time ever, I'm watching Burnham's full show called What? Now, ever since I watched Inside, which I found absolutely incredible, I mean, that's just a masterpiece. It's dark, it's funny, it's existentially, haunting. I mean, it messed me up for about a week at least. And if you like that sort of thing, you really need to check it out. And I'm looking forward to this one because I want to see how it compares to Inside. I'm thinking because it's Bo's earlier work that it might be a bit more lighter. It may not be that dark. At least that's what I'm kind of thinking it could be. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how it looks. If you're watching this on YouTube, that means you're watching a shorter edited version because I can't react to the full version because of the copyright. But there is a way for me to react to the full version and for you to enjoy, and this is how I do it. I did the same thing with Inside. I film myself watching the full-length reaction as I comment, analyze, react, review, the stuff that I already do on YouTube, and then you just synchronize my video with the footage that you can find on YouTube. I mean, Burnham uploaded the full show on his official YouTube channel, so it's pretty easy to find. We call this a watch-along format because it's basically like we're watching it in the same room, commenting and just enjoying the show. If that sounds interesting to you and you would like to hear some thoughts from a professional musician along the way, consider checking out the full-length reaction to What, but also to Inside on my Patreon page. Okay, without further ado, let's go check out this one together.
He's 22 years old.
22? Ooh, so that was 8 years ago.
Has a gigantic head and tiny nipples. He's isolated himself over the last 5 years.
He isolated for 5 years? Just like from Inside. The best intro ever. Imagine being this girl. She's gonna have nightmares. Bo is insanely creative. Great opening track. Just what you would expect from a crazy creative person like Bo. I mean, he's all over the place always, and somehow he makes it work, like jumping from topics, and I don't even know how his brain works. It's like it works in 6 speeds.
Yo, fellas, don't you hate it when you're blowing a guy and he ends up being a fat? Am I right?
Okay, I won't lie, I've heard this one. There might be a few that I've heard before, but I'm pretty sure that I haven't heard most of them. Try to imagine this. Because I didn't say anything. Bo is crazy.
I saw a boy who had red hair.
And just stops. That's enough. Like, actually very hard to talk and play. Sometimes it's easier to sing because it's rhythmical, melodic. Imagine how much he had to practice these talking parts. I think a comedian should be able to joke about everything. People are too sensitive nowadays. I mean, it's just joking. But the melody is so beautiful. I would play it to my kid, without the lyrics. He's saving the world with comedy.
I got a really good joke about video editors. Video editors are so fun. I think we should do a poem right now. Okay,
that's the thing. Video editors, and then the video editor kind of cut it out. Okay, that's funny.
I heard about these sort of wild Hollywood party nights that people would have, and I didn't think they were true until I moved to Hollywood and I started having them. Anyway, this is a song about a crazy night that happened a couple weeks ago. It's called "What Did I Do Last Night?" Yeah, yeah. I cried myself to sleep.
That started good. Is that the whole song? Well, at least it's longer than World on Fire.
You must separate them from each other. Splitting your neurological functions in 5, 4,
What?
3.
We book an appointment, you don't just...
Definitely a what kind of show.
This is Bo's left brain. Objective, logical, cold, analytical. This is Bo's right brain. Subjective, creative, sensory, aware of feelings, aware of people. Experimentation complete.
Thank you very much.
Very creative, dude. I mean, that I don't know where to start. This show is great. It's a great break after Inside.
So deep, if Jesus can walk on water, can he swim on land?
What?
Have you ever
That's seriously the
accidentally
name.
peed on the toilet seat instead of on your girlfriend's face? Me neither. Me neither. Have you? If life makes you wish you were dead, put on a good movie, then promptly put a bullet in your head. Forever asleep, 'cause life pales in comparison to living the dream. Hashtag deep.
He's like singing about some depressive stuff, but with very positive tunes like melodies and stuff like that. So,
Thank you.
he's not even gonna finish. So even though some like thoughts and things that he's singing about are kind of the same things that he's trying to describe in Inside, this time he's really taking a more light approach, goofy. Inside is really like freaking disturbing, but I still love it. Ah. Why does he have a face like he killed somebody? It's interesting how much he can be funny without even talking. I mean, his body language, the miming.
Don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah. Things that I don't want to come across in my show that I worry often come across about me, because people don't realize that it's an act up here. I don't want you to ever think that I think I'm better than people or that I think I know better than people. Anyway, sorry. Okay. This is a song from the perspective of God.
See what he did there? Like, tell you, no, I don't want you to think about me in this way. Then he says, the song is from the
Whoops,
perspective
you
of
think
God.
I wrote her way too thick. Who needs 1,000 metaphors to figure out you shouldn't be a dick? None of you are going to heaven. There's a trillion aliens cooler than you.
Aliens, right? Nobody talks about them. Are they going to be saved?
You shouldn't rape, 'cause rape is a fucked up thing to do.
True.
Pretty obvious, just don't rape people.
This should be in school
I think I
books.
have to write that one down for you.
I'm gonna send this one to my priest friend.
No, I'll say something random like peanut butter tribadism, or I'm your father and I loved your comedy show. But these new artists, they've done something very strange to the format of the love song. They've changed it a bit. And I tried to capture how they've changed the format of the love song with this love song. I hope you enjoy it and mark the differences. I love the fact that you are dumb enough to not realize everything I've said has been said before in 1,000 ways, in 1,000 songs, sung with the same 4 chords. So I describe my dream girl as really, really vague, like, I love your hands 'cause your fingerprints are like no other. I love your eyes and their bluish, brownish, greenish color. I love it when you smile, that you smile wide, and I love how your torso has an arm on either side now. I am a vessel 666. Illuminati. We know it's not right.
Being
We know it's not
possessed.
funny, but
Possessed.
we'll stop beating this dead horse when it stops spitting out money.
You really describe everything like pop marketing teams do. 4 chords, easy to remember lyrics, catchy tunes. I mean, you could play millions of songs to those 4 chords. He's gonna make a song. Talk about creativity.
I am Satan, Lord of Darkness.
Lord of Darkness. You have to memorize all of this. Side coming up with all of these things, you have to remember it for the stage. I love the snare sound. He really likes this kind of disco 80s vibe. He proved that in Inside as well. that's another interesting thing. He started with this kind of song where he didn't sing, where he just did the miming, not mimicking, miming to the song, and that's how he's ending. So I love how he's always having this full circle thing.
Rosie, what do you think you're going to do at school?
Oh, I'm gonna bring Dylan and the fruit shack and Tinkerbell.
Anyway, this last part reminded me of something that happened when I was younger. My parents asked me, do I want to go to school? And seeing my two older brothers, struggling with their homework and just studying all the time, I didn't find it, I didn't. I thought that it wasn't fun, and it, kind of isn't. So I said, no, I don't want to go to school. And they said, well, then we will have to go to jail. And then I've just told them, why don't you pay for your way out of jail? Because I don't want to go to school. And then they told me, but you have more fun there. You're going to play there. School is more fun. It's not just all about learning. You're going to have more fun that you're going to study. And that's how they got me. Ever since then, I've been in school. And literally, because when I finished school, when I finished university, I've started teaching in school. So, yeah. I'm a singing teacher, piano teacher, but that's another story. What to say about this special? It was funny. It was fast. It was kind of, I really think Bo is a master of this surprise comedy. He basically makes you focus on one thing and then it's a completely different thing. And that's where he throws in that surprise. Because as much as you try to keep up with his train of thought, he always switches back to something else. And without that surprise, it wouldn't be half as funny. And I think Bo is just incredible when it comes to that. And when it comes to the music itself, I mean, he's really, really creative. Not just with the music, but with the whole show. The storytelling is just incredible. The one thing that I find really different from Inside is that Inside, he had all the time in the world to really record everything and to make the visuals and stuff really fit perfectly with the music. I think even if you were to watch Inside in 20 years, it would still feel really fresh and really... It would still feel like a masterpiece, and I think it is a masterpiece. When it comes to this one, the thing that I appreciate the most is how he remembered everything and how everything is, kind of smoothly transitioning from one thing to another. Even if he's just joking around and walking from one piano to another, from the microphone to the piano, to grabbing that notebook that he has, he's making those transitions really fluid. One thing that one of my professors at the university back in the day would say, he was teaching theater acting. One thing that he would tell us that he didn't really like is when somebody was writing a play or even rehearsing a play, it's when the curtains would close between the acts. He thought that that was kind of a unused time because closing the curtains, preparing the stage for the next scene, and then opening them, that's sometimes necessary, but often it kind of breaks the continuity. If you can make the stage somehow transform into the second scene while still acting or doing something transitional, that just keeps it more fluid and it keeps the audience engaged. If you just close the curtains, open it later, you've lost a lot of attention. Even for just 30 seconds or a minute, it's a long time. But Bo does these transitions flawlessly. Granted, he's doing everything on one stage. He doesn't change the stage, he doesn't bring in props. But even just transitioning from the microphone to the piano, without making it look weird, is just a win. But all in all, this special is witty, funny, quick, and it's definitely on a more lighter side when it compares to Inside. Either way, if you enjoy this sort of thing, I advise you to check it out. This one, but Inside especially because it's the newer one, you can check it out on your own or you can watch along with me and hear some of my thoughts in the process. And if you enjoyed this video, like it, share with your friends, consider subscribing and hit that bell to get notified about my next videos. Check out the description because I will leave links to the full-length reactions on my Patreon. And what can I say? You look wonderful and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.